And we get so many people, particularly members, saying they can't get rent grants. And I understand, and it's mainly because the way we're trained to find information, and we're not trained the right way how to find information unless it's real easy. So you want to have a rent grant and have me show you one office that has all the rent grants for everybody, and you just go there and apply to this one application, and they'll determine if you got a rent grant, and if you don't get it, then you go home and worry about another problem. It doesn't work that way. There's thousands and thousands of rent grant programs, and they're all over the country. Your city could have anywhere from 50 to 150 rent grant programs. And all kinds of different rent grants, even from places you never even dreamed of. Now, I put together a list, and all the links are in this. So, as I said, you could go to the description and find out. Now, here's a rent grant in Colorado. You can make up to $70,000 a year, and they give you, because you don't make enough money, they're giving you an extra $825 a month rent, okay, to help pay for your rent. So that's an extra $800, $825 a month extra to pay for rent. Yeah. Delaware gives you $1,800 of rent grants for 3 months to cover rent, late fees, and security deposits. See, and this is many times where in certain areas of the country, there are separate programs, but this is one program, and Delaware itself has dozens and dozens of other programs, okay? Or how about now you could pay your rent grant if you're going to school and you're getting money to pay for tuition. You could use that money for tuition to also pay for rent, because some of these, you get more than the amount for tuition, so you're allowed to use it for rent. So that's why you don't even think of that, okay? Now here is $9,000 of rent grants to pay 3 months back rent. So that's right, they give you 3 months back rent, up to $9,000. See, that's the problem, because you're going to be out in the street. By the way, if you're worried about being out in the street and because you can't pay your rent, even if you can't pay your rent, call this number first. Go to this website called Just, J-U-S-T, Shelter, SHELTER.org. JustShelter.org. Go to that website and look for local offices. And the local offices are really legal offices that will fight your eviction for free. So if you get an eviction notice or you're worried about eviction notice, you call these offices so that you fight that eviction. Because if you get a lawyer, and a free lawyer, you win 70% of the times. That's the kind of data that it's out. So you have to have a lawyer. I go, these people know what they're doing, and I better just pay attention and do what they say. No, do that. Don't do that, okay? No, you have rights, and usually all you hear are the rights on the landlord side and not on your side. So you got somebody for free to protect those rights. Okay, let me give you some other ones here too. Okay, besides the $9,000, here's $10,000 rental grant that just started again in July 15. Okay, and that's again for incomes up to $78,000. A lot of people say, I have to be real poor to get a rent grant. No. Some programs you do, but there's so many damn programs, you don't worry about that, okay? Just start finding programs. That's what it's all about, and they come and go. So that's why, even if there was something, you checked last month, here's another one just started. And that's why you can't rely on that. Okay, now here's the biggest thing ever for rent grants. And this is through Medicaid. Okay, you hear that? Medicaid is giving out rent grants. They're doing that in Nevada and about 20 other states, okay? Now, how could you imagine that you could go to Medicaid and get rent grant money? And why are they doing that now? Because if you can't pay the rent, you're going to get a lot sicker. And if you get a lot sicker, you're going to wind up at the hospital with a lot more money it's going to cost the government to treat you because you don't have a place to live. So that's why the Medicaid is giving you rent grants. Wow. 6 months of rent, utilities, and a meal a day. So 6 months of rent from Medicaid. Wow. So you got to investigate if your state has that. Okay, here's another thing just for single moms. Okay, this is in Maine. They'll give you up to $1,000 a month for rent or anything else you need for 12 months, even 24 months, and they may even go to 36 months. Wow. So this is $1,000 a month to pay how you want to pay it. It's not set aside for this, that, or the other thing. No, it's just for that. And here, if your house is hurt by the weather and you have to rent somewhere, or the place you're renting got hurt by the weather and you need to pay rent, okay, well, you get up to $20,000 from FEMA to pay rent. So see if where you live is a FEMA area. And that's FEMA.gov. You could find. See, but it's not only individual rent, it's business rent you could get now for free. And there's so many programs that are different in every city, state, county, whatever. So you have to figure out, here, 12 months free rent to start a business in Alabama. They'll let you pay for free rent for 12 months if you come to Alabama and try to start a business. And actually, it's for you and your partner. Now, that's pretty cool. Okay, here, free rent and marketing help for free, okay, to open a business in Denver. So you're getting free rent. And see, this is local cities are trying to get businesses to start or not go out of business, so they give you free rent for your business. See, and that's where, or here's another one, boy. In DC, they're giving $50,000 to pay rent, furniture. Oh no, they pay rent for 6 months, plus an extra $50,000 to pay for furniture, equipment, and marketing expenses. Wow. Okay, so how do you find this stuff where you live? Now, this is where most people don't do this, and they don't do it correctly. The place to start, particularly for personal rent, is to go to findhelp.org, okay? Findhelp.org. You put in your zip code, and here I put it in for Tallahassee, Florida, or Tampa, Florida, I'm sorry. I put in Tampa, Florida, put in rent. There's 68 organizations to help you pay for rent in Tampa, Florida, one of those T cities in Florida. Okay, 68 organization. See, when somebody says, oh, so there's no rent grant anymore, or we're on a rent grant, that doesn't matter. You got 66 more places to call. And that's what you have to do. Even if these organizations don't sound like they're for you, like the first one, okay, rent and utility assistance, okay. Well, that sounds like everybody should call that and see what they say. Now, when you call that, that means they're gonna say, and it's call. You don't try to look for their application and try to fill. No, you call to see if you're eligible, because you're saving yourself a lot of time and them a lot of time and everybody. So you want to see that. You don't want to waste time filling out applications that no way near you're going to get it. And they know if you're not or not. So you call, ask them if it's worth you applying. They say yes or no. If they say no, then say, hey, where else do you think I could get rent grant money? Because I'm really in trouble. And that's it. Just say you need help. That's the whole thing about this, is saying you need help. Try to find individuals. See, they're getting paid by the government or a nonprofit organization to help people who have problems paying the rent. They're the people you want to talk to, not me. I can do it, but I do millions of other things too. They're doing it just on rent. Where you live, they're going to know about stuff more than I will ever. Now, here's another one, sort of like Veterans Financial Assistance Program. You're not a vet, okay? That's okay. You call them anyway. Why? Because again, they're in the business of helping people, whether you're a veteran or not, but maybe they won't help you because you're not a veteran, but they have the knowledge up here to help you. So if you're nice to these people and say, hey, I'm really screwed. I know I'm not a veteran. I can't get help from you, but can you suggest other places that may be able to help me? That's where you find the magic. That's where it all really happens. From people who are in this business and know about stuff that you and I will never know, because they're doing this every day of their life. And helping hundreds, dozens, or whatever people every day about this stuff. They're gonna run into stuff that you and I will never possibly dream of. And it goes on, critical care coordination. Okay, I don't even know what the hell that is. That doesn't matter. They're there saying they help with financial needs. You have a financial need, and they're in Tampa, and you're in Tampa. So you say, hey, I'm not sure if you can help me, but maybe you know of somebody else that can. That's what research is. And if you don't do that, you're more likely they'll wind up empty-handed. because it's not handed to you. You got to dig it out. And if you're not willing to dig it out, and all it takes is time. It doesn't take a mental genius or connections or anything like this. No, these people are human beings just like you and I. Well, like some people. And they're there to help you. So you're giving them a chance to show off their skills and expertise and whatever. Hey, you help people with financial assistance. Is it possible that you know of any sources that may help me? And you may have to call a half a dozen people. Maybe it doesn't. Who cares? If it takes you a day or two, 3 days, 4 days, what have you done the last 4 days that got you money? This has a better chance of getting you money than anything else you could think of. And then you learn that skill you could use for the rest of your life, because you're going to need money for everything. And it's not going to become easily. This is why we have Let's Go Help. What we do is continually help you to get the money and help you need for any project, any problem you have, from now until you die, or at least until I die. I have about 10, 15 more years, and I'm going to be doing it. We have people that help you around the clock right now. I mean, I think it's 5 o'clock my time or something like that. Yes, there's someone now live on Let's Go Help answering other members' questions. These are members that volunteer to help other members. So that you learn from members that already got the money. They'll tell you how they got it. Not some clown like me. Hasn't applied for a grant in a long time. I just research it. So you learn from people who just got the money. And that's the thing. It's only $20 a month. Or actually, we have a special for $1. For the next few days, we're offering our $20 thing for $1, and you get 5 days free. You don't have to pay anything. You can download, gazillion resources that we have for anybody to download if you're a member. And you can pay us $1, download them, ask all the questions for 5 days, and stuff yourself full of all the answers. And they just never pay us another penny. And God bless you. And I'll be very thankful you did, because you'll be able to get some help now. These programs are there whether you use them or not. And I rack my brain out every day to find out what is the best way to educate people about what these programs are and how they could help you. And the obstacle is they're not there the way you think they should be, because they all just didn't start together yesterday. They've been accumulating over 200 years or whatever the hell it is. So it's a crossword puzzle. And that's why it's people. It's people that know the better, not the internet, not websites and stuff like that. It's people like us that study it, and other people used it. That's what we do, is we take that knowledge and infuse it into you so you could go up that learning curve so much faster for $1. Or if you're paying full price for 30 days, it's $20, whatever you want. But the dollar offer goes away. And we also give out free grants ourselves. Over $75,000 every month we give to members, just to paid members. So if you're only paying for $1, you probably won't be around to collect if you win one of those. But if you're a paid member, then we give out that. And we give it for rents, we give it for $40,000 to members to do anything they want with the money. And we don't give everybody $40,000. It's $500 or $1,000 to people. We also give one for car repair and free laptops. So let us help you. I only have about 10 years left or so. So let me help you, please. It's the most important thing I could ever do in my life. And that's why I'm here to do it. And I'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Thank you for giving me a chance to help you and grow my heart. That's what everybody here at Let's Go Help is trying to grow their heart by helping others.